So Vesuvius is a song that again was written a long time before it actually made a record. It was probably just after we'd finished recording our first album and we were touring Europe that I first heard the song. But what's quite interesting to me when I think back on it is the way in which it was recorded. So this was again with Greg Wells out in his studio in Hollywood. He noticed straight away how frenetic and crazy the riff was, and he did something that's always stayed with me. And like I mentioned before, we recorded this record so freely, as if we were just playing. And Greg did something so awesome, which was he had us slow the riff down to the most painful BPM. It was unbelievable. And Greg was sat on his sofa like a kind of taskmaster. We were just playing it, and it was so slow, like you wouldn't even recognise it as the song. And every few times we played it, he would just go a little bit faster, a little bit faster. And honestly, it feels like we did this for an hour, and then suddenly he just went, go! And we were at the right pace, and that's how we recorded the track. I always remember that because he got us so tight and got that backing track down. It really made the song as tight as it is, and I put that all down to Greg's innovative way of actually recording us. I don't really know what on earth I was thinking at the time, but there seems to be a hell of a lot of religious imagery in my lyrics on those earlier records. For some reason, I was heavily leaning into religious imagery on this song, talking about Eden, I believe, and obviously talking about Pompeii and Vesuvius. There's clearly a lot of big topics on my mind, but generally, even when I'm talking about stuff like that, it's obviously about what was going on with me, and I was kind of hiding it within metaphors of biblical events.